What is the best pet hair removal tool for auto detailing? My name is Gary, and you found the That Detail Guy channel, where I aim to find you guys the best tips, tricks, and reviews for auto detailing. Hello everyone, I'm Gary, and once again, you've reached the That Detail Guy channel. Today, we're going to be discussing pet hair removal tools. I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on a few common options, and then I'm also going to be trying to tell you guys which one I think is worth your money. Thank you so much for joining, and just for the record, this video is not sponsored. However, I do have an Amazon affiliate account. So if you'd like to support my channel, then go ahead and click a few of those links. And that's probably one of the best ways you can support outside of liking and following and clicking that notification bell, so you guys never miss an update from That Detail Guy. Alrighty guys, so the first tool that we're going to be talking about today is what I call just a generic fabric shaver. You can usually find these for about $5.99. I'm going to be putting this in up against tools that are probably about 6 times as expensive. I will also be telling you guys basically what the pros and cons are. Okay, so the next genre or section of pet hair removal tools we're going to discuss today, rubber brushes. And a lot of you guys that have had long hair or frequent animals in your own home, you probably have had something like this in the past. Very common, just a nice rubber brush. I really like these. You can get one of these for anywhere from about, I don't know, around $5, maybe $10 at Walmart. The next one is going to be something that looks like this. This is a generic version, but this is most of the time called like a Lilly brush. So those are anywhere from probably about $10 or so, maybe 12. And then the most expensive in this kind of category is going to be Analan pet hair removal tool. That it's got 3 different sides. It's got an ergonomic grip here, and it also has like a little hole right here so you can hang it up. The only downside to this one is it's about double the other ones. This one is usually $20, and then you can probably find it on sale for about $16. And the third category of pet hair removal tools we're going to be talking about is the Buff Brite pet hair removal tool, also known as like a Buff Brite Fur-Eel. These are about $30. You can't see it on this one, but this basically connects to your vacuum, and then there's basically a rubber brush, kind of like we just talked about, that clips onto the top of it. And you know, as you're vacuuming, you're able to remove some different hairs and stuff like that. They have one tragic flaw, well, maybe 2 tragic flaws. The number one is that this tool is $30, right? So quite a big leap up. But it does have some benefits that we will get to in the conclusion. I'm going to kind of give you guys a demonstration of what these tools can do, and then we're going to wrap up with a conclusion. I'm going to say, ranking wise, that this is my favorite tool. This tool does have one fatal flaw. This uses a metal agitator to rip the hair from the carpet. It is a fabric shaver. So if you use this tool on the wrong material, then you could potentially damage it, right? So that's one thing that you have to look out for. But if you're going to be using it on floor mats, on the bottom of the carpets, on the side of the carpets, this is the best for carpets and carpets alone. You have to be careful once you start getting to the seats. You have to kind of see how it's going to act with that material. But ultimately, this is my favorite tool based on price and just the effectiveness. My next favorite out of all these is probably going to be this one right here. This one is it's under $10. You can get it from Walmart. It's got a nice little hole that you can hang it up with, and I honestly just think it's really good at, you know, peeling all that hair together, and you know, for a quick disposal. That's my favorite one out of all the rubber ones. I will say that these 2 ones do have their purpose. When you're trying to get into different crevices and stuff, this guy right here is not going to be able to do that. It's more of a flat, or like on the back of the chair. When you're getting into the different nooks and crannies, these right here are going to be kind of what you want to have, right? But at $20 a pop, I would at least say go ahead and get this generic one right here. And I just don't think you can go wrong with this rubber brush here. So that's how I would kind of rank those. Number 1 here, then these ones. These tools are what you're going to want for, you know, the fabric seats, the ones that have the checkerboard pattern. I know Nissan's really bad about doing that. All right, so let's get to number 3 here. And I would say that unfortunately the one that I ranked the lowest is the Buff Brite Fur-Eel, and it's for one major reason, and it's, well, probably two. One, it's $30. Two, you have to buy a new head almost on every detail, or maybe even halfway through a detail. If it's really bad like the car I had, you're gonna burn through that rubber head super quick, and the replacements are like $15 or $20. So basically you're adding $30 or $20 out of pocket every single time that you need to replace that rubber head if you have a pet hair removal job. And for some of you guys with the prices, maybe you just factor that in and you're good to go. I will say that this thing is a beast when it's working. It's great for seats. I mean, obviously you're not having to vacuum and then agitate and then suck up everything. I mean, it does everything at once, and it does a pretty good job of it. I still say on carpets that this is gonna be the best versus this, but if you have a really bad area, especially on those checkerboard Nissan Maxima type seats, then yeah, this thing's gonna be really great, but it's just how long it's gonna last, and I can't let them slip with that. So that's why this one is number 3 on my list. All right, everyone, so I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope you have a very good understanding of where you should start when it comes to pet hair removal tools. I hope this information helped you, and if it did, please help support me by buying something from the links below, or just at a minimum, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and show me some love so that I can keep making these videos. This is my passion. I love doing this. I just want to say right off the bat that I was so excited when I got over 100 subscribers. A lot of you guys probably don't even know what that means, but it allows me to change the URL. So now when you go to youtube.com/thatdetailguy, it allows me to customize my URL. I think that's one of the biggest gains. So I just can't say enough like how supportive you guys have been, and I really appreciate it. And I'm just gonna hope I can just keep making this content, and I hope you guys continue to enjoy it. Thank you so much, and I'm looking forward to the next video. The next video will be my garage makeover with the epoxy, all the different shelving that I used. It's gonna be really great, so stay tuned for that. Thank you guys.